Doing this morning? This is Curtis here with the Motivational Piece this morning. This morning we're going to be talking about temporary sacrifice for long-term gain. Temporary sacrifice for long-term gain. It's going to be coming from this book that I love dearly, that I keep by my bedside, that I read probably 3 times a week. You can see I got highlights all throughout the book. It's called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. It teaches you how to stop procrastination, how to stop procrastinating on things that you know you should be doing, right now, like the big things. You push it to the end and you accomplish the little things first. Like if you have a paper that's due, you'd rather do the discussion board before you write the paper. So this is an amazing book. But I'm gonna read a quote out of the book, and that's what we're just gonna bridge off of that and talk about this quote. It says, successful people are those who are willing to delay gratification and make sacrifices in the short term so that they can enjoy far greater rewards in the long term. Let me say it again. Successful people are those who are willing to delay gratification and make sacrifices in the short term so that they can enjoy far greater rewards in the long term. It's all about making sacrifices now so you can enjoy life later. Like Dr. John Maxwell say, you can pay now or play later, or play now and pay later. You're gonna do one of them. You can either pay now, play later in life, or play now in life and pay later. Make the temporary sacrifices right now. I get a lot of emails asking, Curtis, I want to go back to school, but I don't have the time. And in my previous videos a couple of days ago, I said people spend 9 years of their life watching television. So I kindly say, hey, how much time do you spend watching TV on a daily basis? And they say 1 or 2 hours a day. So I say, are you willing to turn off the television so that you can go back to school? And some people say no, they're not willing to make the temporary sacrifice for the long-term gain. When I was writing my first book and everybody else was in the world watching the Super Bowl, guess what I was doing? I was at home in front of the computer writing my book. Why? Because temporary sacrifice for long-term gain. See, those guys that we watch on TV, pro football players, they're living out their dreams. So why watch somebody else live out their dreams and you're not living out yours? So you need to, they've made the sacrifice. That's why they're in the NFL. They made the sacrifice. They practice. They made the sacrifice so they can enjoy it later. So turn off the TV, make the sacrifice now for the long-term gain. I remember when I started my undergrad, decided to go back to college, and I sat down with my wife and I said, I really want to go back to school. And we made the sacrifice, and those 4 years, man, some tough years, financially. When everybody else was calling and saying we're going on vacation, we didn't have the finances to go because we were making a temporary sacrifice so we can have a long-term gain, so we can be able to leave a legacy for our kids. And life is better now, but back then, man, I tell you, it was a struggle and it was rough. But I'm glad and I'm thankful that I had a wife that was willing to come alongside of me so we could make the temporary sacrifice for a long-term gain. So are you willing to give up vacation? Are you willing to give up the movie nights? Are you willing to give up some entertainment so you can have a long-term gain? So whatever goal, whatever dream you have, if you're married, sit down with your wife or your husband or your significant other, sit down with them and say, hey, how can we make this temporary sacrifice for a long-term gain? How can we do it? Whatever you need to do, align it and make the sacrifice. Because I'm telling you, on the other side, man, it's beautiful on the other side. But you must make the sacrifice now so you can enjoy it later. So temporary sacrifices for long-term gain. So what do you need to sacrifice today so you can enjoy tomorrow? So just sit down, think about it, and I hope this video has encouraged you and motivated you this morning to make the temporary sacrifice, because I'm telling you, it will pay off later in the long run. God bless you. Have a good day.